All right, what's up? It looks like we're live. Okay, we got anybody here? We are gonna go over the sounds in Deep Flight 1. You get this for free if you are a Studio One Sphere member, which I highly recommend. It's a lot cheaper than having to shell out $400 or even $150 at once. I'm gonna open up my song starter template. You can get this. Just check out the link in the description. And we're just gonna mess around with this. Hopefully we can come up with some loops or some maybe even the outline of a song by the time we're done here. So let's see what we got. Sound sets. Okay, Deep Flight 1. And we found it. So it's like loops, and here's presets. Deep Flight 1. Choirs, dimension. There we go. Okay. Apologies for that taking so long. This is actually a workflow that I'm not familiar with, so this could be interesting. Let's do hybrid pads. 1954 fluctuating. That sounds fun. Oh. And there was like a thing I had going on before where the stream wasn't in stereo. Just want to make sure you guys are getting a stereo feed. So from what I understand, they're taking a virtual instrument or two and like stacking them to create these sounds. I'm not really sure how this is layered though. It sounds cool. Let's see here. What else we got? Bad Robot. Oh, that sounds awesome. See how you could make like a soundtracky kind of stuff fast. And then you have this pad too. Oh wow, look at. Take it down to 7-bit. Alright, that makes sense. So it looks like each one of these has its own effects, sort of. Harmonium cassettes. So these sounds are pretty thick then. Alright, cool. Alright, let's start making something. We find something a little more less paddy. Let's find choir note effects. Pads note effects. What does that even mean? It's like the same. Oh. Okay, so we've opened this thing up, right? Let's try to figure out some chords. I'm gonna try to use the chord track just to make the chords. So I'm gonna try to use like everything natively in Studio One. This could be a trap, but let's see. See if we can do it. So there's like a thing, right? Click it and you get a chord. Let's do like 1 bar or 2 bars, I guess. 2 bar. Whoop. And I think you can double click it, right? Double click it? Yeah, I'm gonna get the circle of fists. Cool. So this is cool, right? It used to play sound. There we go. So I think what I'm going to do is try to play like all white notes that start on D, just for fun, which is D Dorian, right? So that way I would have D, I would have A minor, I would have E minor, I would have a G. So I could go like D minor, E minor, G. Oh, that's very good. Guitar-y though. D minor, E minor, C. Ooh, that's cool. Alright, so we go D minor, C, G, E minor, and maybe we can change these to like... Does that change all of them? Yeah. So I want to do... So, now that we kind of know what they sound like, right? So let's go ahead and... we're going to do 1 bar, right? That makes more sense. And then duplicate. This is like the easiest way to figure out chord progressions without having to buy anything. And if you don't know music theory, like just push the chords until they sound cool, right? So I'm going to make a chord so that now I have a 4 bar chord progression. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll change. There we go. Just so you guys can see. Look at that. So fancy. All right, so we got D minor, and then what did I say? Go to C. But I want to do C7. And then we'll go to G. Well, let's see what else we got. We got G. What are some options for G? 9? Or maybe a suspended chord. Do they have suspended? Suspended, yeah, over here. Let's take that 9th out and do. Yeah, we'll do sus2, and then we'll do G. No, E minor. And maybe, let's see, what does that look like on the... I'm not exactly the greatest music theory person. So we're going from E minor down to D minor. Is that right? So we want to add maybe something like this though. What is that? 6th? So I'll add an E minor 6. Ooh, that's tense. Alright, so cool. Alright, and that won't play anything, right? And have they upgraded it? Nope. So we can't drag the MIDI, but I can just record. So now we know what key we're in, right? We're in D Dorian. I think I get the MIDI stuff going. Let's just hit record. I'm just gonna record a chord, even though it's totally wrong. I need 4 chords. Alright, great. So we'll drag this over here. Put this chord at the beginning. Doesn't matter what it is, where it is. Just put these chords at the beginning of the bar. And I'm just gonna hope. We're gonna use the chord track. That's what we're gonna do. So go up here to follow chord track somewhere. Follow chords on. Let's do parallel, I guess. Now it's D minor, C7, and G sus2. I feel like I need to speed the tempo up just a little bit. So we can do down here, let's do like 110 or something. So I think I really wanted to use this. So we've got these chords here. So we should probably copy this to another track. So let's try to find another Deep Flight 1. I kind of just want to use all Deep Flight 1 stuff here. So we got hybrid pads. What else we got? Leads, keys, organic keys, organs, pads, soundscapes. So let's do Rusty Rain. Let's put that on a new track. And I'm just going to duplicate these chords. Just mute this first one and see what it sounds like. Oh, that's... That is way cooler than I thought it was going to be. So that's like rain in a chord, supposedly. Alright, so I was kind of like trying to get a pad sort of thing going, but I don't know. Let's see what these sound like. So now I kind of want to ARP this somehow. I think there's like MIDI effects, right, in Studio One. And all these notes here you see are part of the template. So if you wanted to, if you're new to Studio One and you're new to like routing audio and stuff, you can get this template. Once again, I'll have that in the description in a minute. And you can turn the notes off somewhere. There we go, notes. Channel notes there, off. Okay, that helps. Now we have more space. So what did I say? We're gonna do an arpeggio on this thing. Oh, and what's really cool about this, so I just realized this. What is this thing called? The Deep Flight 1 is actually adding effects to a channel as well. So you're not only getting the instrument, you're getting, it's a multi-instrument, and it's got preset effects on it. So you got this bit crusher and a phaser and distortion on here already. So that's pretty wild. So your sound design is like done. Like you pick a sound you want, you're done. Like just go to the next thing. So only thing I wanted to try to do here is put some kind of ARP on here. So is there like a MIDI effect? Is there a MIDI effect? I can search. That is not what I'm looking for. Wait, if I just hit add, what does it give me? I'm looking for like an arpeggiator or something. I thought they had that built into Studio One. Someone in the chat knows where that is, you know? I'm staring at it. Do they not have an arpeggiator built into Studio One? Is that not a thing? Oh, the stuff we take for granted. Type. There we go. Text, type. So. I thought that was the thing. I thought there was an arpeggiator in here. Okay. Play your own melodies, they say. Okay. Can do that. Okay. We're gonna go in here and maybe it's like over here, like it's like a MIDI thing. So we know that we are in D. Dorian. Which is where? Note effects, that's what it is. I knew that. Arpeggiator, here we go. Bingo. Alright, cool. So we need some kind of something. Destructor, that's cool. Okay. Destructor. Too loud, right? Just rearrange it. Alright, let's see if Deep Flight 1 has any bases. I have a feeling it doesn't. Where do we see that? In loops? Files? Deep Flight 1. Choirs? Drones? Hybrid choirs? Fragile cassettes, frozen glass, taped humanoid, Tron tape. Now, how can we not pick Tron tape? So we're just going to duplicate these chords again. We're just going to keep having Studio One compose for us. Oh, that's nasty, right? Okay, well, let's see if we can get some kind of beat going here. Let's see, do we want to play it ourselves or do we want to just cheat? Cheat. Sleazy hip hop. Let's see what this sounds like. There's a lot going on there. Wow. So this echo, I think we can turn that down a bit. Just feeding back too much. And we definitely want to mute the yo, right? So that's yo. Must be on another page. Vocal yo. Here we go. Just hit mute. That sound, what is that? That's crazy. It's like a crash. It's this one, I think. Yeah, I can't hear it. So we got like a heavy reverb going on here. I mean, it's cool, but Let's do less. And the length. Oh, the tail is so long. Minus? Oh, I see. Pre-reverb. That's interesting. 2 seconds before. Oh, goodness. So we have some room reflections here too. Still sounds like very distant. Maybe a sample. So like no reverb is still. It's not really clean. So what we can do to clean that up, we can use transient designer type thing. I think there's something like that. Is there a transient shaper? In Studio One. Gonna go with no? Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna use an expander. Just put the expander in front of the reverb. And we'll see what this sounds like. Yeah, I'll just change the threshold. Something like that, so it's just more punch. Less original room. Alright, cool. Just a little tighter sounding. Alright, we need a bass. Alright, so what we're going to do is like literally just play random notes and then we will tune them to the thing. So we can use the follow chords and we'll do narrow, I guess, maybe for this one. And actually maybe we don't need to follow chords. Yeah, we should follow chords. Alright, cool. Alright, and we're gonna press random notes. So this could be a disaster. Alright, cool. So we just pushed some random notes. We have no idea. Let's see what this looks like on this track. He took. Man, I didn't think this was gonna pan sideways. It's kind of wild. Does this look right on your screen? Because it's kind of wild watching it. Oh. Alright, so we're gonna quantize this ridiculously terrible bass part. Quantize. Boom. Okay, and scoot it over. Everything was late. And we'll scoot this over. And maybe this one goes here. And maybe this one goes here. And let's see how our random bass line sounds. So I think if I overlap that, we'll get the slide down. So I think there's a thing I can do to like lock this to scale. I don't think I played any notes that weren't in the scale though. I didn't. Yeah, so it's fine. Oh, these ones down here are. So what happens when I action apply scale? Okay. Apply scale. And then those get moved to notes that are in the scale, but we're already there because of this follow chords thing. But I think I'm gonna turn that off and just see what these ranges so drop this down. Still getting used to the screen jumping around on me, man. It's crazy, but it probably looks better for you guys. So now that we've got notes and we got all this stuff going on, we have this awesome groove, so we can actually take this loop, the groove from the drums, and apply it to the rest of the track, which will sync everything up nice. So let's do that. So there is a groove thing up here. I'm not used to seeing this like zoomed in. Audio then, is that what I'm looking for? Text. That's what I'm looking for. Quantize? Yeah, great. So, oh yeah, so you click groove on quantize, and then you can drag. You can drag the groove of your drums up to this thing somewhere. I think that's what it was. I thought that's how I used to do it. Okay. Seems like that's from I remember. Y'all know how to do this? Event. Like, I know this is the panel. Groove, grid. Extract. It's like extract groove or something. It's crazy. I do this stuff all the time when I'm making music, and then when I'm live or like trying to record something, it's like forget how to do it. Pretty sure let's try. Just be able to get the groove, like Maybe it's down here on the track somewhere. It seems like I right-clicked. That's messing with me. Let's do it this way. Detection. Oh. Man, I swore you could just drop this on here. Yeah, different variations too. Oh. Export selection, maybe? Music loop, pattern file. I think I have to convert it from the pattern mode to the MIDI mode so it'll drag. So, I think we can do that, right? It's just like an event thing. That's what it is. We're in like pattern mode. So we have to change it to convert pattern to part. There we go. Now we can drag this up here. Yep. Now we have the groove of those bars, and then we can apply that groove to the bass track and all these other tracks. So easy, we forgot how to do it. I just want to make sure that this one's not highlighted. I can't even tell. It wasn't. There we go. Alright, so I selected those by hitting shift. I selected them all together. So now I can apply the sleazy hip hop groove to all the tracks. Yeah, see if that locked it up. Okay, well, it's a little better. And so let's take this bass and just get it more on beat, I guess. I want like another hit here. Alright, let's see if we can get this to sound more like an 808 instead of some weird shit. Beats. Are there 808s in Studio One? Okay, this is like real sounds. Let's not do that. Let's do my timing. Too real. Bass. 80s. 303. Alright, so let's just drag this bass line down here, see what it sounds like. Oh, something. It's like funky slash hip hop slash just totally fucking weird. So there you go. So we got a loop. Let's see if we can mix this down real quick. Where's my mixer? There we go. So we got all these tracks now. We got, this is the ARP, and we can send this to, instead of going to main, we're going to go to the lead bus. There we go. And now we got this weird fucking sound effect. So we'll send that to sound effects. And then we got pad keys bus. And here's your kick. Send it to the kick bus. This is so easy, right? And then I think all these are just random drum sounds, so we can select all these tracks. And send those to the perk bus, which then goes to the drum bus. Okay. Yeah. Now we can see how hard we're hitting. Make this be an easy mix. Easy mix. So our drums are hitting hard. This is the wah. It doesn't have to be that loud. Then we got this thing going on. Now we can mess this up. Let's like 8-bitify this thing. My view meters last, so I can kind of see what's going on. So we're already 8-bit now. Cool, right? So we should throw like a high pass filter on basically everything except for the drums and the bass. So let's do that with we got a new the new EQ, right? What is that thing called? Pro EQ. And we got all these. You know, all this fancy stuff, but let's just go basic. And go basic. So, got that, and then we'll put the high pass filter on. And we got a solid one here. Low cut. And then we can do the same thing here. Maybe a high cut too. It's a little harsh. Drag it there and copy it, right? I'm gonna try this. I like putting the tri-comp on the bass. It just tightens it up. I don't know how it's gonna sound on this thing. Oh, I don't have the bass going to the bass bus yet. Okay, so this is the bass, right? Okay. So that's already like thicker. just gonna do like you would process a loop. I've got the instrument bus here, so all of the instruments are going to this. So I'm gonna try to use some like tape style or like just walk about it. So we got here. The auto filter, final pressure, chorus, not quite what I want. Like a maybe chorus is gonna have to. Yeah, unless you go like third party. Not gonna. Some of those guitar effects that might work. Where's that guitar chink? Pedal board, here we go. We're just gonna get nasty. Find something that can be like a module playing your bass or going to the instrument bus right now. I'm going to send it to the main instead. So it doesn't get affected by this. I can't even tell if this is on like this. There we go. That's cool though. Yeah, alright. Okay, so that's what it's doing. So if I took that off, this is just the loop. That's with that on. And this one's in time. Let's see what 8. Maybe it needs to be longer than this. Alright, we gotta fix that bass. This is terrible. Alright. Bass. Hey, Yvonne. Just saw you there. Yeah, I'm just messing around with Studio One. Deep Flight 1. That bass is so ugly. A thought they would like have a bunch of extra like new sounds, you know? District 10. I don't hate it. Where's all the like, nastiness coming from? What's this? The image is lagging. Lagging? What do you mean, specifically? We're gonna just turn this down. It's too loud. Actually, let's do. We're just gonna use the meters. So we're just gonna watch the meter. I got this bass bus meter here. I'm trying to hit 0. Makes sense. So I just turn down this other. Turn down everything. Can't see my meter now. Here we go. So crazy. Well, this was an experiment gone awry. But hopefully, you can see that the sounds that were actually in the what is this thing called? Deep Flight 1. They are pretty good, actually. They're just kind of wild. So we can try this dimensional lead and see what we got here. So what this sounds like. To see me mix? Yeah, when I get got a bunch. Yeah, that's definitely in the works. This song didn't didn't really have much of an idea. I didn't have an idea behind it. I really should have had a concept or something before I started messing with it. I really just wanted to hear what this thing sounded like. Just reminds me, like, it's like so 80s, right? It's like 80s with some like 90s lo-fi stuff. Like, you could make just a ton of lo-fi music really easy with these sounds, I think. Like, that just sounds nasty already. Mix, not mix. Yeah, man. Like, I got some weird mixing kind of thing. Like, the reason I do this is why my template is like this. So, like, I don't have to think so hard about the mixing. Like, being a mixer, like, I went to school for all this stuff, and like, the more I spend time mixing, like, the more lost I get usually. So, like, I'm trying to like scale it back and make it easier, you know. So the bass is still too loud, right? I have to switch to headphones so I can see what's going on. I don't really trust my room at all, or my speakers.
Yeah, the bass is nasty.
Like, this just needs like a regular, you know, hip-hop 808 kind of thing. And I was kind of hoping there would be something in Deep Flight 1, like some kind of just 808-y sound, you know. I don't see it though, there's not. And it's like their bass sounds are really limited. As far as I can tell in my tie and stuff. Of course, you could make it yourself. You could make an 808 yourself. This stuff. Let's see if we can find something. Monologue. Warp. This stuff's way too loud. Oh, I see what's going on. That's not, that ARP is not, it's not being affected. Is this that? Oh. Yeah. Here, ARP. Lead bus. Okay. So I guess I'll have to update my template. So the lead bus is not going to instrument bus. There we go. Solves all your problems. There we go. It's like simple mixing, right? It's like just... So I gotta update this template because I didn't have the lead bus going to the instrument bus. And maybe I shouldn't. Just need to turn it down. I think I'm gonna switch it back to the just straight down. Is it Yvonne? Is that how I say it? Or is you say it different? Your name? And I'm just like jamming out to this. Like I didn't have an idea like what to do next, but like you could obviously just duplicate this stuff, right? Just duplicate all of these tracks here. Oop. Just select everything and duplicate it. It's not exactly as expected. Oop. And then just now you got this whole verse section here. Like if you're just really lazy like me, just make your whole song and just change like your instruments in different sections. That rain sound is crazy, man. Yeah. That's a cool little beat. It's just, you know, I didn't come up with the rest of it, so I should also probably duplicate these, so if you just wanted to change your chords for some reason in one section of the song, I guess you could do that. You could just change your pre-chorus to like, let's do, let's go, what is this? We'll go B. What is B in this key? I don't even know. B, B, no, it would be, I want to do that one. Let's just go. We'll just go major for a second. Let's go major. So we go C to, do we have an F? Let's go to C to F. And we'll kind of do this again. This could be cool. It's just like totally changing. Like just picking sounds like this that have so many effects and stuff on them, it really like, it takes a lot of the mixing out of it, I think. Like I don't have to send this to a delay because this already got a delay built into the sound, man. Like it's crazy. So yeah, so you could go in and like filter stuff different depending on the section of the song. Like the verse, you could do like I would probably just change sounds altogether. I don't know if I'm about to do all that, but you could change the sound and then change the sound for the verse and the chorus so it's different. Honestly, I may just take that out, that ARP out of the verse. It's just this. Take that out. Let's just do the. I like this Tron tape thing, I think. So we could do like, there were like 6 patterns that came with that sleazy thing. So we could, let's see what happens here if I duplicate this. And I don't know if there's a way to get it back to the pattern it was. Because I converted it from a pattern to MIDI. Insert pattern, convert part to pattern. There we go. And let's see if we still have those variations. I don't think we have them anymore. Select variation. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's just the one. So what we're going to do is maybe get the original one again. Let's see, where did I find that? It's like loops. Sleazy hip hop, so we can just drag that on here, and then we'll select a different pattern. Variation 5, I guess. Why not? And then we'll do the same thing with the beginning and the verse, and we'll do like a simpler one. This is how like easy making music is in this software. It's so stupid. So I'm gonna do like variation 2, and it's like way less stuff going on. It's probably not enough. There we go. And we'll do a different pattern for the bridge, which Alright, so this is why I create this template. I have these sections, they're obvious, and then I duplicate the verse, pre-chorus, and chorus. Now you have verse 2, pre-chorus 2, and chorus. Then you have your bridge, and then you'll want to copy your pre-chorus and your chorus again, paste that just right after the bridge, and now you have an entire song. And that took like no effort. So if you want to get this songwriter template, make sure you get it. Check the link in the description. I'll put it up there in a second. Or you can look at one of my other videos. I'm just gonna jam out to this for a second. If anybody has any questions, hey, what's up? What is what, Cyber Kid? Studio One. Studio One, man. I just made an entire, you could rap over this, you can sing over this, an entire beat on accident, basically. Just screwing around, checking out this new sounds, and in Studio One. Alright, I got the template in the description, so if you want the Studio One template, you can get it. Alright, I'll leave this video up for